Hello everybody, thank you for watching. I'm Toda. Today I'd like to report VeriSM adoption as a case study from Tokyo, Japan. This is the first case of our data transformation project, and we focused on the business speed faster, which means move quickly with Agility. So, the objective of this project is making sure high-speed development with TPS-style Agile, which is Scrum, and release IT services quickly using Levels 2.1, which I'm advocating since 2010 on my experience. But I had a big issue. It is how increase business speed in business unit and synchronizing with the high-speed Agile development. So I'm applying TMS Kaizenjuku into business unit instead of Scrum to increasing their business speed, and how to collaborate between both business unit and IT. VeriSM is providing us good thought to combine both business and IT and manage simultaneously. Especially, management mesh is useful to manage simultaneous decision-making between business and IT. This is the reason why Cub.com Securities implement VeriSM concept and model in this project. We are visiting to Cub.com Securities located Otemachi, where is the heart of the financial district in Tokyo. There are many financial firms around here. This company is a one-off group company in huge Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group, a company founded in November 1999, started as an online stock trading company. Today, they are providing various financial services such as stock trading, FX trading, investment trust, and domestic bond. In this year, they decided to enter a new business area with new service for opening up new customers layers, which is going to join into cryptocurrency market, such as Bitcoin trading. This is a project to develop and deploy new service of cryptocurrency trading. As you may know, this is really data transformation project. So they are applying VeriSM concept and model and strictly focus on the faster business speed than ever they did. Key methodology of this project are utilizing TPS-style Agile, Levels 2.1, and management mesh in VeriSM for increasing business speed. Today, I'd like to introduce you their VeriSM project, how carried and how to increase their business speed. We tried totally new way of this project, which is a new practice of IT planning, new way of requirement definition, new way of IT service design method, and new management scheme for synchronizing collaboration between business and IT. Let me show you one big change. It is the new practice of IT planning. How to decide your project budget? Used to be, we calculate all of estimated cost, then define total budget of the project and propose it to executives and decide it. We changed this practice. The budget of the project is only business value. How much cost to be able to spend for? It is as like as investor's point of view. We are using the business model canvas for getting approval with A3 thinking like Toyota. For instance, you have a fancy idea of new IT service in your business. You sum up your idea into business model canvas by A3 thinking. Then, you can present your idea to weekly review board. After your 15 minutes presentation, reviewer bidding the value of your idea. Like this. Okay, I will give you $100,000 to realize it within 24 weeks. You got $100,000 budget now. So, you have to develop your project plan within 4 weeks and do it. This is the outline of the system. It's simple cryptocurrency trading system, but key function of this service is wallet management. As you may know, existing cryptocurrency trader has weak security for wallet, so sometimes hackers steal the data in the wallet. Cub.com focused on this issue. They will provide their customer more secured wallet management. The characteristic of this system is combining open system in front end and secured legacy database system in back end. There are many restrictions of using secured legacy system, so we have to solve operational issues of collaboration between both systems with just-in-time. This is the process flow of our VeriSM adoption. We have a little bit arranged from VeriSM model. Define process is aiming for create product plan, such as define variable business process, define UX design, design for functions of IT services, design operation flow, SLA, and infrastructures, such as runtime, deployment pipeline, test environment, development environment. Major activity in this process is to hold 2 days planning session and define the items. What should we do? Produce and provide process are really as same as DevOps 2.1 process. We are adding one more process before produce process, which is inception process. This added process is aiming for preparing faster and quicker development and deployment works. We set up Obear for this project and complete visual management board. In produce process, we implement TPS style Agile for faster development, which is based upon Scrum and XP practice, and additionally the size of task should be smaller and equality. We are conducting our team to break down into 1-hour tasks from product backlog. Mainstream of provide process is really deployment pipeline. We should operate it single piece flow as like as TPS. In the respond stage, how can we get feedback from customer and how to react for request for changes? We utilize social network tools such as Twitter, LINE, and Facebook for communicating with customer instead of existing call center operation by phone and email. Adding reflection process is aiming for building larger PDCA cycle in VeriSM model to manage management mesh and business. We have a plan to hold reflection meeting by quarterly to review EOL conditions what we develop software of this project. At beginning of April, this project started after executive's approval. This is major activity in each month what we did. A key activity of this project is held 2 days planning session in define process, which has an influence upon success to faster operation of this project. We spent about 3 weeks to prepare for 2 days planning session. We collect many data for clearly defined business model and required IT service. We use the business model canvas and value stream mapping and user story in this process. Attendees of this planning session are development team, product owner, representative of the business planning, operation team, infrastructure engineer, security specialist, and governance team. And the outcome of this session are product backlog described by user story, defined body process using value stream map, draft of SLA, management mesh, and EOL condition of the services. This session was used CPS practice. CPS is aiming for creating complete action plan with full consensus in the team. It applied a technique of group dynamics, which is communication, conflict, creativity, consensus, and commitment. And it gave us an efficient discussion with full controlled discussion practice by session leader. We designed discussion with time box as like as Scrum. 1 hour time box create concentration. We discuss one subject at a time, a decision made with unanimous agreement. 2 days planning session began 10 minutes message from CEO by movie. He addressed his passion and vision for the new business and what value bring us by our challenges. After CEO's message, product owner and business representative explained basic information of the new business and major IT service, what they'd already discussed with business executives, including CEO and COO. Then started discussion one by one subject from system architecture issues. Next, discuss about ITSM related issues. Then, discuss about management mesh. Produce and provide process, it really develops itself. Especially, produce process is the most important for building up VeriSM process, because the produce process creates a rhythm for entire VeriSM process as like as a heartbeat. So, it's important how to build up your development team's working behavior. This is a key for success of high-speed operation. The following provide process. It means automated deployment pipeline process. So, the rhythm of produce process directly affects services delivery speed. We are strongly focused on the produce process, how to ask the team for both speed and quality. I show you great performance of our development team as a reference how they worked. Our development team worked 2 weeks a sprint with 4 engineers a team, and they create a body process of the services in 2 sprints, and some of the developed Java source code are about 11,000 lines of code in 4 weeks. Amazing speed. They used pair programming, test-driven development, and refactoring in XP practices, and also continuous integration in every day. Therefore, I would say to implement TPS-style Agile in this produce process. TPS-style Agile is strongly focused on development speed and high quality of the output with full-stack engineers and operates a team based upon TPS thought, which means import the ideas from TPS, such as task time create rhythm, Heijunka means leveling workload, Kaizen and avoiding muda, JKK, Jikote Kanketsu in Japanese, means self-contained process, reduce real-time, single-piece flow with pull system, and build up streamlined process flow. Agile as the same thought. After 2 sprints passed, they did demonstration for acceptance test by product owner and business representative. Of course, passed everything what they developed. Finally, on July 6, they demonstrated new services to executives, and the executives uploaded their amazing development speed and high quality of output. For example, I show you the quality performance. Of course, they had completed programming with bug-free as an ordinary quality level. We checked their attractive quality level by our new AI refactoring tool. This tool is reviewing how the program will be easy to do at maintenance. Measurement items are readability of source code, complexity of the sentence structure, and appropriateness of comment consistency. As you can see, all of 3 measurement items clear over 80%. Usually, quality of open source programs are scored around 80%. If you could implement this thought into your Agile team, you can provide the IT services with just-in-time to your customer. I think this is the only one way for existing enterprise against digital disruption. Attending, I show you wrap up my presentation as you can see the last panel. If you'd like to succeed your VeriSM adoption in your organization, change your behavior to Agile way at first, and build up the automated deployment process with DevOps thought. Then, manage the entire process and activities by VeriSM model. Lastly, please watch CEO's message of Kabu.com Securities. Thank you for watching my video, and I would say good luck.
これからのデジタル時代に我が社にとって必要なものは、投資をされるお客様に心地よく かつ安心して投資をしてもらえる IT サービスを充実させていくことです。そのためには、組織を挙げた機敏性が強く求められます。それで私は決断をいたしました。今後、ますますビジネスのスピードを高めていくために、IT 部門では安心安全で素早くサービスを展開できる体制を構築するベリズムの導入と、ビジネス部門では IT の素早いサービス展開にマッチした機敏性のある素早いビジネス展開のための組織の筋トレとして TMS 改善軸の2本立てでデジタルトランスフォーメーションに即応し、業界でのリーダーシップを取ります。ベリズムファンタスティック。